Hey guys, so I have been trying to make, I have to work on timesheets and teach people how to do them because the 15th is Friday, right? And haven't done any videos. This is Sandra A on your home care provider. I'm going to teach you guys how to set up, and I'm kind of holding this thing, so bear with me, how to set up for your electronic timesheets, okay? Um, I have different, and I'm kind of backing up because in a minute I'm gonna let go of this thing because I don't want you guys to focus on me. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. But um, hi Teresa. Hey Miss Queen Bee. Hi Letty. I know. Um I postponed it. Well, see, when we enter our timesheets are, the system is bombarded, it's overloaded. And I explained to a young lady that in August it was terrible. In September it got 5%, in my opinion, got 5% better. In October, I don't know what happened, that it just, so there's a lot of people. Hi, Wendy. There's a lot of people that are coming up with different ideas. I had a friend of mine that said, "Well, you know what, Sandra? I'm gonna stop working on the last day that I'm gonna work is the 14th, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna submit my timesheet. That way, I'm not on hold on the 15th." I said, "Well, that's fine and dandy. You know, you could do that, but the thing is, some people like myself, I get travel time and." Well, not anymore because I told you guys about the unemployment, but we're going to figure that out. So, some people get travel time from one point to the other. You can submit your timesheets like in one of my previous videos, they had said. There's always pros and cons, and even though you can submit them, they're still not processed until the end of the pay period. It doesn't tell you on the 16th it'll be processed. It says on the end of the pay period, which we assume. I personally do not like to assume, okay? So I haven't done these videos. This particular video, it is a really good example because um I'm going to cover, this particular young lady has 3 recipients, okay? And she two of her recipients have transitioned over. She was the regular timesheets before. Two of her recipients have transitioned over to now EVV for the month of November. But for some reason in Orange County, and you're going to have to bear with my tacky cigarette because I did eat, but I've been sitting here thinking, how can I make this easier for you guys? Two of her recipients have transitioned over to EBV, but in Orange County, the one that is in Orange County has not transitioned to EBV, so she's on a regular timesheet still. When is her timesheet going to change to EBV? They said that it was going to be January, mandatory for everyone. I don't know. Try not to touch this thing because I don't want to mess it up. But um, this is the way that November is going to be done. Okay. Now, there's a few things that I look for when I'm doing these timesheets. Teresa says, I just some timesheet and I don't know why I got them because we do everything online. Do I still need to fill them out? No, Teresa, you don't need to fill out those paper timesheets if you have access to them on the electronic portal system. Okay. Because what you're going to end up doing, hey, settle down. Miss, miss, that's my queen bee. What's gonna happen, Mama? You need to be nice. You need to be nice. What's gonna happen is you're gonna end up confusing the system. So don't send those paper timesheets out. What I would do, Teresa, in your case, is I would use them as my copies. Okay. I have I have my own copies. Even I don't want to take a picture of everything's electronic, and I'm staring at one, two, three, four, five, six, and I think I've showed you guys this before, albums of pictures. And I went through my computer trying to burn some CDs because nobody burns CDs anymore, but for some reason I need a new phone. So when I installed stereo systems in my cars, I installed good, good. You're welcome, sweetheart. I installed it with a CD and whatever. So I was going through my computer and I saw a lot of pictures and I said, "Oh my goodness. If this computer burns down, there goes all my pictures." And so nowadays we don't really keep paper, but paper is your best source and your best backup, at least for me. Everyone is different. So if you have like a super duper great electronic whatever, right now I'm holding this damn thing up and it's like hurting my hand, but whatever. I'm going to be done in a minute and then we're just going to focus on the paper. So I have made timesheets, you guys. This is what I use for the cover. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on a second. I have made timesheets, okay? I have told you guys that if you guys want a copy of it, I also put it on my phone and I can text it to you and you plug it into your I bought this printer. Pretty good it's a pretty good printer because I don't have to load the paper. Okay. I do a lot of copies. It's got the scanner and it's got a USB thing and it has so many functions to it. Copy, scan. Mainly because I want to be able to make yeah, Miss Queen Bee, just go ahead and text me and tell me that you want it. Let's see here. Uh Hola Maria. So mainly because I look what I did today. I I came up with a little. This is from 2000, May 2017. So I'm hands on. I like to cut things together in pieces and um cool, and I'll get it back to you. I'm a little creative. I'm fixing my office, I'm getting my stuff together, I'm putting it in order, and I'm just trying to do. So I bought that, and now I can print my own. And yeah, the cartridges are expensive, but whatever. What isn't, right? So that is one timesheet um that I made. It is a better version of this guy. I know you guys remember this one. It's a lot clearer, okay? I did add additional things to this timesheet because I want the one I made, because I want you, if you notice on the left-hand side, it says 4 divided space equals. That's for you to take, the way the system does it is that divides your hours by 4. And then you have equals, and that's the amount of hours you're supposed to work per week. In the past, I also used to divide it by 2. I recommend 2 also if you do not have overtime. If your hours are just straight time, less than 160 hours a month, I would divide it by 2. But I don't like that because we lose money. And it's all about administering your calendar, which is this other little guy that I'm telling you guys I did, okay? And you guys are going to see because I did these 3 clients and it worked out. Now, the previous timesheets that we're used to that I also made after I don't know how many times are these. Okay? I love these timesheets because you have the whole month in front of you. The whole month is in front of you. And you could tell, that it's been pieced together, and I'm cool with that because it worked. So I'm trying to make better copies. So if you guys need copies of these timesheets, Samael. If you guys need copies of these timesheets, like I said, this little printer, you just plug in your USB and there you go. Um, Someone will help you. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. Okay, I kind of did a little list. I wanted to tell you guys about that. You know, you can go ahead and submit your timesheet when you're done working, which is what you should be doing. And just evaluate, you know, what's in your best interest. I know it's difficult. The system is getting better, but it's still slow. Okay, so just bear with it. The other thing that I'm also going to cover is I do several calculations for this particular young lady. She has 242 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, so I have to do several calculations for her. One of them is her not exceeding her overtime. She gets 160 hours of overtime and she gets 82 hours and 50 minutes of overtime. And that is the only calculation I didn't do before I started this video, but it's real quick and I'll show you guys because it's all adding up. You don't want to go over. I want to try to remember what month it is that is going to have 6 weeks in it, you guys. If you guys look at this little guy, I like having my hands free, but whatever. Every month of our timesheets has 5 weeks, okay? Every now and then, there's a month that will utilize the entire 6 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is May. This is May of 2017. May starts on Monday. It started here on Monday. And it went to the end. That's 1 week. The second row is second 2 weeks. The third row is 3 weeks. The fourth row is 4 weeks. And the last row is 5 weeks. That's why we have this note space right here. Okay. But sometimes, some weeks, some months have 6 weeks in it. Okay. When it has 6 weeks, it's extremely important that you guys do not go over the overtime allowed. This is a little tricky, but please be very careful if you have over 160 hours, like this particular young lady, 242. So she has a total of 82 hours and 50 cents. And I'm going to show you guys how to calculate that. The last thing I'm going to also point out to you guys is highlighting. I highlighted the 70%. Why? Because it's important not to go over 70% on one timesheet. So when you call the 888-822-9622 number with our beautiful provider clerks, and you're like, oh, great, I'm on hold. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to the messages. Sometimes it's boring and sometimes we don't have time. But I have heard it hundreds and hundreds of times, you guys, and I still listen to them. I listen to them because I want to see if there's anything new that I can ask them as soon as I come up to the next provider clerk. So now that I tore up my desk, I want to show you guys how I set up for this particular lady. Okay, like I said, she has 3 recipients. 2 of them live with her and 1 doesn't. So she has 2 in home. And I'm going to show you because of the transitioning over from this regular timesheet to now an EVV timesheet, which this is the one I used for her. Okay. But I have a better copy for you, which is the one I made, which is the same thing. I try to put it all together. So I'm gonna start, and I want you guys. I also definitely, I could have been done with everything that I have to do, but I told myself, no, you know what? Let me take advantage of the fact that the system's not overloaded. Let me take advantage of the fact that I'm doing these timesheets, and let me go ahead and use this as an example to teach you guys, because no one's out there teaching, and the ones that are out there teaching, I don't even know if they're doing it correctly or not, because I've had a lot of people come to me, Sandra, they made a mistake. And I was like, I told you. I told you. Still drinking coffee. So, don't mind the mess. I was cleaning my office, okay? See, the cat's playing with all the stuff on the ground. Put this out here for my son to take out, because I filled up my trash can. I like foot massagers, okay? So I have foot massagers underneath my desk, and my desk is glass. I am going to set this up so that it basically focuses on the paper, okay? Because when we get done, we're going to go ahead and enter it. Let me see if it'll work better this way. I had it some way earlier. I want to get it like on the desk so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't think that works. I got like 3 stands, you guys. And none of it. I need to have my hands free so that I can show you guys what it is that I'm doing. So now, for every person, I have 3 pieces of paper, okay? I am going to put these guys in order. And I label them with their first initial. And I am going to start with the easiest one, okay? Because, let me see. I might have to take it off of this thing. I want to see how good it is. Yeah, see, I don't like this. Maybe. But then I'll be moving a lot. Oh. I can hold it like this. Okay. Okay. Is that all right, you guys? Is that a little bit better? I can hold it, because I need to show you guys what I did. All right, here we go. So this is, oh, duh. You see what I'm saying? I pulled out all my little stuff. They're right in front of my face and I can't. I'm like trying. Okay, can you guys see that okay? Somebody say something, because I'm trying. Okay. What I want to point out here, some of the highlighted stuff, okay? Can you guys see these numbers okay, you guys? Tell me. I don't want them to be backwards. That's good? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Wendy. All right. This timesheet is from 10/1/19 to 10/15/19. Okay? It's for client A. They get 39 hours and 11 minutes. Okay? This is from the 15th, from the 1st to the 15th. This timesheet is from 10/16/19 to 10/31/19. You see the 16th to the 31st. Why do I have this highlighted? These 5 hours and 45 minutes? Because our work week starts on Sunday and it ends on Saturday. Here, the timesheet ended on Thursday. but the work week continued. So these 5 hours and 45 minutes are now going to go in this. They're going to go on the next timesheet of November 1st to November 15th. Still for client A, still receiving 39 hours and 11 minutes. I want you guys, I'm going to put it like this, and I'm going to fold this because I want you guys to see this is where 100% of the people are making mistakes. This is the previous timesheet, right? 10/16/19 to 10/31. I want you guys to see that this week and this week is the same week. Look, I'm going to cut out the Friday and the Saturday. (27, 28, 29, 30, 31 of October. Timesheet ends, and those 5 hours and 45 minutes go here, which means you work them here, 5 hours and 45 minutes. And then we get the new timesheet from the 1st to the 2nd of November. These 11 minutes were worked here, 1 and 1. Okay, 100% of the people are making the mistake there, of the providers. These 5 hours and 45 minutes that you worked here now rollover is claimed, and I do this to let me know that 5 hours and 45 minutes is what I worked here, okay? Because the max amount of hours for this particular client is 9 hours and 45 minutes. I know that already. I usually write it at the bottom. Now I just go by the second work week. You notice here on the second work week, it's also 9 hours and 45 minutes. Because that's how I do it. So I know I'm safe putting 11 minutes there. You're going to ask me, why did I put 11 minutes there? I'm going to tell you why. I made a video where I told you guys that they take our hours and and I've been telling you guys this over and over again. They take our hours and they divide them by 4. 39.11 divided by 4. And I'm going to do the math. Hold on. I'm going to close the windows too, because there's a little wind coming in. .11 divided by 4 equals 977.75. And I made a little mistake because I put a little dot up here. Okay. 39 hours and 11 minutes divided by 4 gives you 9.7775. This is a decimal. I don't like dealing with decimals, but I know that 0.75 equals 45 minutes. Okay, I know that 0.75 equals 45 minutes. 0.50 would equal 30 minutes. 0.25 would equal 15 minutes. 1.00 would equal 60 minutes, which would be 1 hour. Okay, so I know that this, because of her overtime, I know that this particular young lady, in order to get all her overtime, has to work 9 hours and 45 minutes. Okay? Now, here again, you can see. Work week 2 is a full work week. So you can always claim the max amount of hours that you're allowed to work per week. I will tell you guys, don't play with the 45 minutes. Just put 9 hours. I don't know, I like numbers. I will tell you, just put 9 hours. Now, when they divide 9 39.11 by 9. By 4, I'm sorry, they come up with 9.45. 9 times 4 is 36. Nine times 4 is 36. Nine times 4 equals 36. So this would be 36 hours, okay? 45 minutes times 4 equals 180. This is 180 minutes. There's 60 minutes in an hour. This is 3 hours. This equals 3 hours. 36 hours plus 3 hours is the 39 hours allowed. Okay? And there's a reason why I'm telling you this. And that's why I put 11 minutes here. Now, I told you guys that we can control 3 work weeks. We can control work week 2 of both timesheets. And we can control work week 3. This plus this is 945. 7 rolls over as claimed. Remember, the work week stopped on the 15th, which was Friday, but the timesheet stopped on the 15th, which was Friday, but the work week continued and we have one more day. And in that day, I put the 2 hours and the 45 minutes. I've been teaching this young lady, so 2 hours and 45 minutes plus 7 hours is the 9 hours and the 45 minutes that are allowed. So now I've taken control of both work weeks as far as dispersing. And I've also taken control of work week 3 of the first timesheet and work week 1 of the second timesheet. Now we have 3 work weeks that are full. Okay. Now, you notice how the work week starts on Sunday and it ends on Saturday? This is also a full work week. Now I have my 4 full work weeks. If you guys, and I just multiplied for you guys. 9 times 4, 9 hours here, 9 hours here, 2 plus the 7, even though they're on separate timesheets, that's 9 hours. And here's another 9 hours, because what we're doing is we're planning in a monthly basis. Now we have 36 hours. 45 minutes plus 45 minutes plus 45 minutes plus 45 minutes is 3 hours. I just did it here. 45 minutes times 4 equals 180 minutes. 180 minutes divided by 60, which will give you 3 hours. 36 hours plus 3 hours is the 39 hours that are up here. That's why this work week has 11 minutes. 2 reasons. We have every time in every month we lose overtime in 2 work weeks. Every time. We don't want to lose any more overtime. So we have to plan out our times for the month. This is easy. Oh, I have to back up. This particular timesheet is easy. But look at this guy. And I'm going to use this one over here. Let me move this file. Put it up there. Uh-oh. I pulled these guys out. I haven't used them, I don't even know how long. Back it up a little. Okay, there we go. If you notice, this is how this young lady does this. She grabs a calendar, divides. I didn't put the claimed here. Claim, what was it, 545? 1, 1, 1, 1, and 145. This was the 5 hours and 45 minutes claimed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5:45. Okay? Which is the 5 hours and 45 minutes claimed. It's the same thing, except this is a calendar. And the 3 pieces of paper I have is the previous timesheet from the previous period, the entire month, because I need to know how many hours we worked here. Okay? I have the new timesheet that needs to be done with the claimed hours. And we have the calendar that she's been working. So every she's already planned out her month for her calendar so that she can work a full 39 hours and 11 minutes evenly. And she actually got a day off on Saturday. Is there any questions? Rubina. Hi, Miss Rubina. What would be 31.5825? That's a good question. I'm going to pull. Oops, I'm sorry, Mama. I am going to pull out my conversion table. I have a conversion table that the county sent me because I had that same question. This is why it's so frustrating. She's like, hi, love. I don't know how close you can see, but you want to know what is 31.5825. I would focus, Miss Rubina, on the 0.5825, okay? Because that's the decimal. And I am going to circle it for you. 0.58. Actually, I'm going to highlight it so there's no more lines. And this is why I tell you guys, rounded, not to play the decimal, the minutes, the decimal, the minutes. Not to play with these decimals, because these decimals are horrible. Back it up. There it is. You see that? So the 0.5825 would actually be 14 minutes. And that's why I ask you guys not to play with minutes, because this conversion table is whack. I'm gonna throw this away. Oh, I threw the trash can away. I'm gonna simplify it. I want you guys to think about it as $1, okay? The calculator rounds up. The calculator rounds up to 100. I've already covered this, but I want to make sure you guys understand why you're not supposed to play with these minutes unless you really know how to do it. The calculator rounds up to 100. We're rounding up. It's fuzzy. Okay, trust me, it's 14 minutes, and you're going to see right now why. I haven't figured out how to put them on Facebook, on YouTube yet. Think of it as $1. So the calculator rounds up to 100, but we're rounding up to minutes. Okay, so 60 minutes, which would equal 1 hour. Let's see if this makes sense. Think this is your dollar, okay? These are your minutes. 0.25 would equal 15 minutes. Wait, that was wrong. 13, 34. It would be 35 minutes. 0.58 would be 35 minutes. To answer your question, 0.25 equals 15 minutes. 0.50 equals 30 minutes. 0.75 equals 45 minutes. 1.00 equals 60 minutes, which equals 1 hour. And that's why I tell you guys not to play with those decimals. If you don't know how to do it, don't. On this particular sheet, they're all there. Let me put it here on this one. because I think I had to back up. Back it up, back it up, back it up. They're all here, starting all the way from 0. 0 0.00, 0 0.00 equals 0. 0 0.02. No, it's not military time. It's just decimals. I don't know if that's what they call it, but it's just too frustrating, and I don't want you guys to do it because you're going to end up making a mistake unless you're really good. Over a minute, you're going to get a violation. I don't think it's worth getting a violation. So I highlighted several things here. When this particular lady does her timesheet, she plans it out, right? I'm going to highlight the claimed hours because I don't want you guys to get confused. These are claimed hours, okay? They've already been paid. What I want you guys to focus on is getting four full work weeks. Like I said, we can control work week 2 of the first timesheet. We can control work week 2 of the first timesheet. We can control work week 2 of the second timesheet. And we can control work week 3 of the first timesheet along with the work week 1 of the second timesheet. Now you got 3 full work weeks, okay? And it just so happens that this is a full work week too. So November's awesome. No one's going to lose that much overtime unless they don't know what they're doing, which then they should call me so I can help them. But once November is finalized, that's it. You lost it. So I want you to look at some of the stuff I highlighted. She took the 39 hours and 11 minutes, got 4 full work weeks, okay? I know the timesheet ended on the 15th. But that's okay because she's going to get her overtime, her full hours on the second timesheet of the first work week. So she adds all of this up and she comes up with 1656 from the 1st to the 15th. She continues to divide. And if you guys notice, there's a pattern. There's a pattern. She works every day and it's the same thing. So right now, when I finish this, I'm going to log on and I'm going to enter her timesheet so you guys can see. And I'm going to enter the entire month. Let's see if there's any questions. Okay. So from the 16th, she's already planned it out to the 30th. She's going to work 22 hours and 15 minutes. Okay. I did the division down here because I want to know how many hours she can work per week. 39.11 divided by 4 weeks is 9.7775, which equals, now we know, 9 hours and 45 minutes because 0.775 is 45 minutes. So I'm like 2 over, which is okay. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I know she can work 9 hours and 45 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. Here, let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 2 is 9, 45. Her first timesheet is 16 hours and 56 minutes. Her second timesheet is 22 hours and 15 minutes. Now, you guys are going to ask me, why is that so off? It's not half. Yeah. So what I did is I multiplied the 70% that we're allowed to claim per timesheet. 70% of 39.11 is 27 with 15 minutes. How do I get the 70%? I'm gonna run out of. I'm glad I have all these little papers. How do you get the 70%? How do you find out what your 70% is of the hours that you are getting? When you want to find out your percentage, you turn the percentage. This is your percentage. Okay? You turn your percentage like this. put a period there and you move over to the left 2 spaces. 1, 2, and then you put a little dot. This now becomes 0.70. Okay, that's how you get your percentage, and that's what I multiply. 39.11 times 0.70 to find out what my percentage is, so that I don't go over 39.11 times 0.70 equals 27,377. And remember what I said? I think I threw it away. Remember what I said? 0.25 equals 15 minutes. 0.50 equals 30 minutes. 0.75 equals 45 minutes. And 1.00 equals 1 hour. So the point 37 lets me know that that's closer to 15 minutes. I'm not going to go to 30 minutes. So I know that I cannot go over the 27 hours and the 15 minutes per timesheet. I like to have some cushion. So I'm going to make sure that I wouldn't go over 25. But you see here, 1656, well below the 70%. And here's from the 16th to the 30th, well, 5 hours below the 70%. So that's awesome. And that's how that's done. Now, what timesheet are we going to turn in? Now, I'm going to log on to the system. And this timesheet is the one that we're going to turn in. Well, move, Mama. You need to move. Move it. Move it, move it, move it. You got to be all up in the cha-cha. The Kool-Aid. You don't even know the damn flavor and you're all up in it. So now what I'm going to do is that's the timesheet that I'm going to turn in. And I'm going to show you guys. Because a lot of people are having problems logging on to the system and entering their timesheets properly. And I'm going to move this right now so you guys can see. I gotta be careful. Let me log on. Because I don't need you guys to see her stuff. And who is this? Consumer A. Okay. Now, I want to see how this is going to work. Because I need you guys to see. Let me take this mouse off and stretch it as far as it'll go. Because I need you guys to see the screen. So I've logged on to her stuff. I'm going to point out a few things, you guys, because if you remember, let me know. Can you guys see okay? Let me know when it's clearer. Because I want to be able to do this so you guys can see. Is that a little better? Can you guys see okay? I want you guys to see a couple of things. Remember I said that can you guys see okay? Here we go. Maybe that'll work. Can you guys see that okay? I want you to see the hours available. Where's my mouse? Oh, duh, I was looking at the TV. The hours available are 39 hours and 11 minutes. Is that better? Okay, because I can make it bigger. I need you guys to see this. This is really important. Okay? 39 hours and 11 minutes is what are available. But do you guys see here that 8? Can you guys see this 8? Why does it say where it has the little circle? Why does it say 8? The reason it says 8 is because she has 3 people that she works for. 8 is an accumulation of consumer A, consumer P, and consumer E. That's what that is. It's an addition. Now I'm going to show you guys a little secret. We have 8, 8, 8. Now this is October, Sunday the 27th, Monday the 28th, Tuesday the 29th, Wednesday the 30th, Thursday the 31st. Now we have, you notice how the colors change on the boxes. Here I can add numbers now. Okay? But what I want you guys to see is here. Do you guys see down here where it says previously claimed hours? Can you guys see that? Where's my mouse? Can you guys see this previously claimed hours? If she only had one recipient, which would be recipient A, it would only say 5 hours and 45 minutes. That's what it would say. But she doesn't. She has 3. And now I'm going to show you guys where that comes from, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because she has 3 clients, she needs to be extremely careful and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the previous the timesheets from October, because I need you guys to see. Oh, there it is. Where's my highlighter? I need you guys to see where those 40 hours and 45 minutes are coming from. Look. This is one timesheet for 545. This is another timesheet for 15 hours for recipient P, okay? And this 20 is the hours that she worked for recipient E. 15 plus 20 is 35. Plus 5 is 40. Plus 45 would be the 40 hours and the 45 minutes. Can you guys see that? And that's why it's imperative that you guys keep copies of your timesheets so that you know what you worked for who. Because if you don't know what you worked for who, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to go over. And a lot of people cannot understand that that is an accumulation of all the recipients put together. And it's important. Now, I can go ahead and I can copy the timesheet that I've already done, okay, for November, and I can go ahead and enter it. So all I do is 1. I have 1. No, I don't. I don't have 1. I have 11, and that's why we have to pay attention. See here, I have 11. So I already made a mistake. So I go back. I zero it out. I'm so far away from my numbers. 0. Is that a 10? Nope, that's a 0. I tab over. I put 11 minutes. I tab. She took Saturday off. And now we go ahead and we save. And now it changes to 56. Why is that important? Because remember, anything over 40 hours is overtime. And I also have to do the calculation for her overtime before I submit this. So here's work week 2. Work week 2, 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, tab, tab. Thursday is 1 hour. Is it 1 hour? No. Yes. Tab, tab, tab. Friday is 2 hours, tab, 45 minutes. 45 minutes? Nope. It's not 45 minutes. It is. Oops. It's not 45 minutes. It's 0 minutes. Tab. Now this one, Saturday, is 2 hours, tab, 45 minutes. Okay, you guys follow me so far? And I just save. Hi, Lupe. Now it changes to 9 hours and 45 minutes. 9 hours and 45 minutes, which is what I have here. 9 hours and 45 minutes. I don't have to think anymore. It is done. Okay? It is saved. Let's save it again. Now we go to work week 3. And my laptop is screen touch. Steven, can you please look at Chuck, please? Make sure he's okay. Here we go. Again, 1, tab, 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 1, tab, 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 1, tab, 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 1, tab, 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 1 for Thursday, tab, 2 for Friday, tab. He's fine. Did he finish eating? His face, clean his face, son. And I go ahead and I save it. On Saturday, November 16th, I'm going to go ahead and enter 2 hours and 45 minutes. This timesheet, this work week is 7 hours. 7 hours. And it creates a routine. I basically copy work week 2 to fill in work week 3. And I already know that work week 2, work week 3, and work week 1 and work week 2 are going to be the same. Every day. This is how I work. Every day. You're going to see that pattern. So now, is there any questions, you guys? Are you guys following me? Because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do, while you guys are asking, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the, I'm not going to submit it actually, because I got to do the, I have to check and see the overtime. I guess I could do it right now. It's not that hard for me, of course. Overtime. Here we go. We got 9 plus. So what do you guys think? 22 plus. What's the other one? 22. 28. Is there any questions? 59. 59. Do you guys have any questions? 45 and 45. 59, that's 60, 30. 60, 30. 60 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, 60, 30. Any questions, you guys? Now we have 4 full work weeks. 60, 30. That's what it amounts to. That's 20 hours and 30 minutes of work week. 20, 40, 60, 80, 81, 82. And I said 82.50. 82 hours and 50 minutes of overtime. $82 and 50 minutes of overtime. And we've already gone over there. So I'm going to have to change it. 82 hours. I'm going to have to change it. I'm going to have to discuss overtime in a different video. $82 hours and 50 minutes of overtime. 242. 242. We have 91 plus 112 plus 39. 242. 35. 45, 46, 46, 50. Yeah. Okay. So see here in this work week here, that has to be a 0. Because if I don't put a 0 there, she's going to end up getting a violation. And that's not happening on my watch. So I'd rather have her lose 11 minutes than get a violation. And I make a note of it. Okay. So now, let me go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this into, I'm going to go now to September 16th to August. Oh my God, focus, Einstein. I'm going to go to November 16 to November 30th. Okay, and I want you guys to see that because that other timesheet has not been submitted yet, okay? Because that other timesheet has not been submitted yet, you will see the hours reflected there. You see the one? Those are the hours that we entered. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's Monday, 1 hour. Tuesday, 1 hour. Wednesday, 1 hour. Thursday, 1 hour. And then the 15th was 2 hours. Here, we're going to do 2 hours and 45 minutes. And we're going to save it. And there's your 9 hours and 45 minutes again. Can you guys see that? Now, again, work week 2, we got 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, 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 1 hour, tab, tab, tab. What's that, Thursday? 1 hour. Remember, I told you guys it's a routine. Now it's Friday. Friday is 2 hours, tab, tab, tab. Saturday is 2 hours and 45 minutes. And save. And it'll pop up 9 hours and 45 minutes. And that's saved. This is work week 3. Again, 1 hour, tab, tab, tab. 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 What is that, Thursday? 1 hour, tab, tab, tab. 2 hours, tab, tab, tab. 2 hours, tab, 45 minutes. And we're going to save. 9 hours and 45 minutes again. Total timesheet is 22 hours and 15 minutes. All I did was copy. 22 hours and 15 minutes. I copy, copy, copy. You guys see the routine? And that's it. It's a routine you guys have to come up with. But in order to get to this routine, You guys have to map out your calendar, making sure that you didn't go over. Now, I don't like losing money, you guys. So, 39.11 divided by 4 is 977. 39.11 multiplied. Nope. 39.11 divided by 4.33. I'm going to have to call her and ask her to get a notice of action out, because these calculations, I'm giving you guys the simplified calculations. These calculations is what the county has done for us, and they made it easier. But I know that I can squeeze in those 11 minutes in these 4 full work weeks. And that's how you do these regular timesheets, okay? Is there any questions, you guys? Now, I want to show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to log out. These timesheets are already saved, but I'm going to log out of hers because I want to show you guys the next one. The next timesheet that needs to get done. And I told you guys that the next timesheet was going to be for this same person is a transition from regular timesheets to EVV now. So now you got to think, what time did I start and what time did I end? What time did I start and what time did I end? And it's horrible. Our clock starts at 12 midnight. Okay, let's see, Rubina. So 0.45 is 0.40. Oh, I think my screen just got bigger. 0.45 is 75. How do I calculate? There, I just made it smaller. Point 0.58 is 35 minutes. I highlighted the wrong part. I said 14 minutes. That was totally wrong. This is the conversion table, Rubina. I want you to focus on... Let me see if I can get... Nope. Can you guys see this conversion table? And how horrible it is? You see the conversions? Do you see here? I don't need to use these damn union pens anymore. Yes, it's 35. I'm going to show you. Don't mind this part. This is wrong. I highlighted the wrong part here. I got more copies. Now do you see? 0.58 0.58 is 34.80, and you can round it up to 35. Better? That's why it's not worth doing the minutes. I would just tell you to do 30 minutes. Don't worry about the 5 minutes. You can get a violation for 5 minutes. For 1 minute. If that's your division, yeah. I don't know how you're dividing to get 31.35. What are your hours? But I wouldn't even bother with the 30. Like I said, I wouldn't bother with the minutes, because you're only going to make it worse for you. It's already bad enough, especially having to enter the times that you started and ended. This is now the EBV. This person is being the one that I just did is from Orange County. This person is being transitioned over from this, which is the regular timesheets, now over to EBV. And again, I highlighted some stuff. Why? Because it's important. You see the 20 hours here? Because of the total change of the timesheets now. You see the 20 hours claimed here? I put it there. And I also, oops, sorry. I also highlighted it here to let you know that these 20 hours were worked here. I usually put 63 for one period and 63 for the second period, 33. That's fine. That's fine, because you're not going over 35. You're not going over 160 hours a week, a month. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. It does matter to a certain degree, but there's no money in it. But what I want you to do is start mapping out your timesheets. Start using the calendars. 126.33. 126.33 divided by 4 equals 31.58. I would tell you not to work more than 31 hours and 30 minutes a week. That's what I would tell you, just to stay on the safe side. Now, I showed you guys the 20 hours. Back to the EBV. This is for patient E. These 20 hours were worked here. I just crossed these out all the way across. This totally different timesheet. And because they're totally different, and we need all this information, what I had to do was put one timesheet on one side and then the other timesheet on the other side. This is for 11/16/19 to 11/30/19. Because they're big. Now you have to put the hours you worked, the start time, the end time, and where you worked it. And I'm going to tell you what all this highlighting is, because it's important. Actually, I got lazy and I didn't want to write it. So, because I had to do 3, you guys. So, here we go again. This person is transitioning over from regular timesheets to now EBV timesheets. The 20 hours claimed, because our work week starts on Sunday and ends on Saturday. These 20 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is 20. Work week, timesheet ends, but the work week continues. Now rolls over as claimed, 20. I put these arrows here to show you, this bracket here, to show you that I worked 20 hours in this work period. And for this particular person, they're not allowed to work more than 28 hours a week. So, once again, a lady told me, you know what, Sandra, you do it backwards. You do it backwards but it works when you do it backwards. Well, the reason it works is because I'm actually focusing on the entire month. Again, 4 full work weeks. I see that the last week of November is full. I'm going to make it 28 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the hours that I worked, okay? That were worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Full work week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4, 28. Full work week. Now here, from the 1st to the 15th. These are hours claimed already, okay? These are hours that have been paid. There's your claimed hours. If you wanted to, if that person wanted to, they can work 8 hours here. And that would give them a full work week. But remember what I said about the overtime. She can't work more than 82 hours and 50 minutes a month in overtime, or she's going to get a violation. So I'm going to have to think about these 35 minutes here. I'd rather have her lose 35 minutes than get a violation, unless you can pull out the notices of action that can tell me exactly how much time she's allowed to work. And the notice of action, you guys, the notice of action that I'm talking about, I'm going to pull out John's, because this is what I'm talking about. Look, this is a notice of action. This is a notice of action that you get in the mail. In-home supportive services, IHSS recipient notification of maximum weekly hours. Okay? This is the notice of action that I need her to pull out for me. Why? Because it says that he's allowed 118 hours and 36 minutes. As of the 1st of July, which I appealed, okay, and they activated that all the way to May, because hello, that's when I was working so hard. See how it says here 29 hours and 39 minutes? That's what I'm allowed to work per week. This is the notice of action I need to get from this particular client. Because 29 times 4 equals 116. Okay? And I gotta write this down because I need you guys to see. Because it has to click. The 4 work weeks. 29 times 4 equals 116. 39 times 4. 39 times 4 equals 156. 39 times 4 equals, this is hours, 156 minutes. 156 minus 2 hours, which is 120 minutes, gives me 2 hours. 156 minutes equals 2 hours and 36 minutes. This is what I want you guys to see. This plus this equals 118 and 36 minutes, you guys. This is what I want you guys to see. They take the hours that they gave him and they divide, the system divides it by 4 and comes up with an accurate amount of hours that you're supposed to work per week. 29 times 4 weeks is 116 hours. 39 minutes times 4 weeks is 156 minutes. 156 minutes is 2 hours and 36 minutes. 116 plus 2 is 118. And there's my minutes. And that's why I am trying to tell you guys that you guys can control work week 2 of the first timesheet, work week 2 of the second timesheet, work week 3 of the first timesheet, and work week 1 of the second timesheet. That's 3 work weeks already. And look it, we actually have a full work week. 4. So I'm off because I don't have that notice of action from her that tells me exactly how much I can work. But now do you guys see how the system does it? That's what they do. So if you guys can get 4 full work weeks of your hours from your notice of action, it will equal the hours they give you every month. But do not, with the catch that you cannot go over the overtime. And that's what I do. I sit here and I calculate. I sit here and I look. And I guess I'm not doing any more timesheets after I'm done with this one because I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. But I want you guys to get an idea, because in order to get your full amount of hours, especially when it comes to overtime, because 25 hours of overtime, you guys, is $480 in LA County. 25 hours of overtime. That is where all the money is made. And I mentioned that to you guys this morning when I was doing the unemployment benefits. That is where all the money is at. I need a tacky cigarette. So this person is now transitioning over from, this is A and this is A, from regular timesheets to now EVV timesheets. All I did, oops, that's upside down. All I did was roll over the 20 hours to the claimed. I no longer need the previous timesheet, so I put that away. But now I need to fill this guy out. How do I fill this guy out? On my calendar. I'm allowed to work 28 hours a week. But this time, on this calendar, if you notice, I have 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 6 a.m. to 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 10 a.m., like clockwork. It's routine. Routine. Okay? And on the last day, wait, on one of these days here, no, it's all 4. 4, 4, 4. So every day from 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning, she works for this particular client that lives with her. So then you get your timesheet and you just copy. How many hours? Oh, I need a trash can. I'm just going to throw it over there. How many hours did she work on the 3rd? On the 1st, she worked 35 minutes. There's the 35 minutes. From 6 in the morning to 6:35 in the morning. Yes, you can do that. You can put 35 minutes, okay? You can put 4 minutes. You'll see the other one where I put 4 minutes. On the 2nd, she had the day off, so it's 0. Tally it up, 0:35. Okay? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 is 28 hours. She starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. And she stops at 10 o'clock in the morning. And here's the AM. So what this line means is that from here all the way down to here, it's all AM. From here all the way down here, it's AM. From here, this is a 6, all the way down. She starts always at 6. There's the zeros all the way down. Zeros. 10, she ends at 10 o'clock. 10, all of these would be 10s. I just didn't enter them. I was like, but I have to enter them in the computer, and you'll see right now. She ends at 10. Zeros all the way down. This is just the copy I made that I'm keeping for my records. AM all the way down. AM, there's the highlighter. Why didn't I highlight 6:35? Because that's totally different. I could have highlighted 6, but I have an empty one here, so I didn't want to get confused. But I went ahead and I did it here, which I should have done it here. But whatever. Now, location, 35 minutes, I put home. She worked at the home for 35 minutes. Location for the rest of these days, 4 hours a day, starts at 6 in the morning, ends at 10 in the morning. I put both. Why? Because sometimes she does her work inside the house and sometimes she does it out grocery shopping. Okay? She does it pharmacy. She takes them to the doctor, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to think where I put that timesheet from Wyoming that I was telling you guys. Where they really got nasty. I know exactly. They got really ugly to how much time are you spending on doing certain things. So now I want you guys to see this. I got one full work week here, 28. This is a little more difficult to see. Here I only have 24. But remember I told you guys we can control work week 3 and work week 1 of the second timesheet. I put 4 here. The 24 that rolled over that I worked here on the on work week 3, plus the 4 is the 28. That's 2 full work weeks. Second work week from the 16th to the 30th of November, another 28 hours. That's 3 full work weeks. Here we go. Another full work week. That's 4 full work weeks. This person works for a total of 112 hours and 35 minutes. 112.35. No, that's not what I want to do. 28 times 4 full work weeks is 112. Now do you see why I put the 35 minutes here? 28 plus 28, I'm sorry, 28. This timesheet is for 52 hours and 35 minutes. From the 1st to the 15th of November is for 52 hours and 35 minutes. From the 16th to the 30th of November, this timesheet is for 60 hours. 52 hours and 35 minutes plus 60 hours is 112.35, and that's what we're trying to match. And here's the 70%. Again, how do you do the 70%? You multiply 112.35 times 0.070 to get your percentage. And I cannot go, and she cannot work more than 78 hours and 30 minutes per timesheet, which she didn't. 52 and 60. Very rarely will we get close to 70%, which is why they said 70%. Now we got to enter it into the system. So now that I have, I have I have the old timesheet from October, and I know how many claimed hours. She mapped it out, mapped out her time to know exactly how many hours she was going to work per week. And she finally entered it into her timesheet. Now we're going to copy from here onto the system. And you guys are going to see how easy that's going to be, because it's all routine. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter. And I'm not really worried too much about the computer dying, but I'm going to check the battery. Oh, we got 89%. That's cool. We're good. I don't know what this thing is. Just go away. Go away, go away, go away. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter her information again. And I'm going to log in. And I'm going to log in to recipient E. Timesheet entry. Recipient E. And we're going to go to the 1st to the 15th. I open up the days, you guys, because I don't want you seeing her information, okay? So now we have... Also, when I open these up, I can tell if they're EVV, which is electronic visit verification, where you got to enter the time that you start and the time that you end. And you can enter, or the regular timesheets. So basically what we're doing is we're copying. And from our timesheet that we did. So I'm going to make this a little bigger, because I want you guys to see. Is that better? Sunday, remember, see the 8 hours is still there. You still see 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours and 45 minutes. Why? And you notice that the total is still 40 hours and 45 minutes down there for work week total from previously worked hours, because they haven't been submitted. Once you submit them, they're going to change. But I want you guys to see that this EVV is more... It's more intricate, because you have to calculate the time exactly. Because remember, she has another client. So when she starts working at 6 o'clock in the morning for one client, she's going to leave and go to the next. And the one thing that I did find out is that because they live in the same home. If she starts working at 6 in the morning and she stops working at 10 o'clock in the morning, when she fills in the timesheet for her next recipient, she can enter that she started exactly at 10 and she ended at a different time. So that was one thing I did find out. So here we go. This is Friday, November 1st. And we're going to copy what I have on my timesheet that I've already done because I'm not thinking anymore. We're going to tab. We have to enter the time that we started, which was 6 in the morning. 6, tab, 0, tab, select AM or PM. We started at AM. You tab. She stopped working she only worked 35 minutes. So can you guys see this okay? Or should I make it bigger? Is that better? She stopped working. She's only worked 35 minutes. So she would have to stop working at 6, tab, 35. Tab, the arrows will go to the AM. I want to point, see, so you guys can see select AM or PM. It's still AM. So we're going to pick AM. And in select, which you could use your arrows, you're going to see their home, community, or both. These 35 minutes, she worked them at home. So we're going to, whoops, that was select. We're going to pick home. And then we tab. And it'll take us to Saturday, November 2nd. Saturday, November 2nd. Remember I told you guys she didn't work. She had the day off. Here's what I'm copying. She has the day off. So, tab. And I just go to save. And now it changes 41:20. Okay, now we're going to do work week 2. There's work week 2. Once again, we're copying. She worked 4 hours on work week 2. Tab, 0. The zeros are already there. She started working at 6 in the morning. Tab, 0. Tab, arrow down for AM. Or you can set, this is touchscreen, but the other ones you can use arrow down or arrow up. If you go arrow up, it'll take you back to select. Arrow down will take you down to PM. It's not PM because there will be. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to enter everything and then I'm going to mess up the time. Okay. Well, I'm going to do this at the end because I want you guys to see the red boxes because you will get red boxes. And if you get red boxes, you made a mistake somewhere. And if you made a mistake somewhere, now you got to figure out where you made it, which is why. And even then, sometimes when I do this, there's a mistake and I got to play with it because the system has a glitch. I've had timesheets that I've turned in for people and they're shorting me. They're shorting them an hour. So what do? Contact us and send an email. And let's see if they get back, but you have to be persistent, okay? So all I'm doing now is copying. So now I'm going to tab, and she worked for 4 hours. She started at 6 in the morning, so she stopped working at 10. 10, tab, 0, tab, AM, tab, arrow down for both, okay? Tab will take me to the next day. Again, 4 hours. Tab, 6. Started at 6 in the morning. Tab, 0. Tab, she started. And I know it's repetitive, you guys. It just keeps going and going and going. She stopped working at 10 in the morning. Tab, I'll put a 0 in there. Tab, arrow down for AM. Tab, let's 1, 2, 3. Takes me to both. I arrow down 3 times. We got 4 again. Tab, tab again because the zero is already entered. She started at 6 o'clock in the morning. Put a zero there because if you don't put a zero, it's going to say you have not filled it out correctly. AM, tab. She stopped working at 10. Tab, 0. Tab. Let's go to AM because it's still AM tab. And 1, 2, 3 on the arrow and take it to both. Now let me Miss Sanibu. Miss Sanibu says, what if you have a day off? Can you put that there? Yes, you can. Actually, you would leave it blank. You wouldn't touch it. Just leave it blank. Hi, Mija. How are you, mamas? I love you. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and enter this timesheet so that it at least for time's sake, 6, 0, arrow down, 10. Maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys can see. But I'm just going to go ahead and enter just for time's sake, okay? AM, 1, 2, 3, both. And then we got 4, 0, 6, 0. The hardest part, you guys, is actually writing it down on paper. Because this way, you don't have to copy anymore. You know what I mean? You don't have to think anymore. Now I'm not thinking. I'm just entering the numbers as I see them. And that's a PM. And that's a both. And I'm done. Now, check this out. On Saturday, this is what I was telling you guys. So I entered everything already, okay? Let's get back over here again. I entered everything again. I want you guys to see this. I'm going to put 4 hours here. I'm going to tab. And I'm going to say I started working at 6 in the morning. I'm going to tab, put a 0, tab, and I'm going to select AM. Oops, that's AM. I'm going to tab, and I'm going to put 9. 9 in the morning, okay? Tab. We all know that from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, it's only... No, move. Okay. From 6 o'clock, sorry. From 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, it's only 3 hours, right? I'm going to tab. And I'm actually... I should probably try putting the PM. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put AM first, okay? And then we're going to try the PM because we can go back and work. And then I'm going to tab. I'm going to save this. Can you guys see the mistake here where it says I started at 6 o'clock I worked 4 hours, started at 6 o'clock in the morning, and ended at 9? I'm going to save this and let's see what it does. Oh, there it goes. Hours worked cannot be greater than the time at the location. That's the red box you guys are going to get. You guys are going to get that red box and you're going to be like, okay, what do I do? At this point in time is when I ask you guys, you know what? Just relax and breathe. And take a look at your paperwork. Take a look at the paperwork that you entered. Take a look at what you did so that you can see where the mistake is. Then you go back and you look and you say, oh, wow. Okay, let me think. Because I've gotten these red things before. And I've had to stop and I had to think, how did I do this? And it'll tell you. And you can go ahead and submit. And then once you submit, it'll tell you there's a mistake on your timesheet. Do you still want to submit it? If you say yes, there you go. You've got a violation. There's your sign. So don't submit it, okay? But breathe. I know we all need our money, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, there's 2 things I'm going to do right now. I'm going to change this AM to PM. And I'm going to see what it does because I haven't done this, okay? This is the first time. But I can't leave it at PM because she has another recipient that we also have to enter. So now I'm going to press save and it accepted it, which is weird. $28 plus 9, you guys, is $37. So now we found out together that you actually don't have to follow the 6 to 10. With what we just did, we both learned together that we can actually put that you actually worked 4 hours between the hours of 6 in the morning to 9 in the evening. For this particular client, it doesn't work. Why? Because for this particular provider, it doesn't work. Why? Because she also has to work an additional, what is it? Where are you, little guy? Let me put John away because I got a mess on my desk. I'm getting a mess on my desk. She has to work for another lady. She has to work for another lady, P. And I don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe if I use another, because it's kind of bright. You see how for this next recipient, she starts at 10. She works 3 hours. She starts at 10 and she ends at 1 in the afternoon. She could work like that through 4 hours between the hours of 6 and 9. And she could actually start at 9 p.m. working for the other person because our clock stops at 11:59. So 9, 10, 11, she would be short 1 minute. I don't know if that makes sense. Because our clock for the day ends at 11:59 p.m. And our new day starts at midnight, which would be 12 a.m. according to the system. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this to a.m. And I'm going to change this to 10 because I know it's wrong. I'm going to save it and it's going to accept it. I want you guys to see something else. Previously claimed hours is 9:45. Where is that coming from, you guys? Where is 9:45 coming from? This is work week 2. Work week 2, November 3rd to Saturday, November 9th. That 9 hours and 45 minutes is coming from November 3rd to November 9th, 9:45 minutes for recipient A. 9 hours plus 28 hours is 37 hours and the 45 minutes, of course. Can you guys see that? And that's why you have to keep copies of your timesheets. Because you need to know what you worked for who. So it's imperative that we keep copies of our timesheets so we know where these are the hours that are throwing us off. Where did those hours come from? How did I get those? And I had a lady that had called me and said, Sandra, I've been looking at my paperwork for hours and hours and hours and hours and I can't figure it out. And I said, let me look at it. Give me some access. I got on there and I started adding, and in less than 5 minutes I already knew what was wrong, and that what was wrong. And she couldn't decipher it because it's a puzzle that you guys put together. We have to put this puzzle together so that it matches. And any little mistake will cause you to get a red box. So here, let's change this hour to 7. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. There's your red thing again. You're going to get that red thing and you're not going to know where it's at. You're not going to know where your mistake is if you don't have your paperwork correctly. So now we're going to enter work week 3. And remember I said, here we go again. She worked 4 hours. Tab. She started at 6 o'clock in the morning. Tab 0. This is where the routine pops in. Tab AM. Tab 10. Tab 0. Tab 1. for AM, tab 1, 2, 3 for both. Tab takes me to the next day. 4, tab, tab, because the zero's already there. She starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. Tab, got to enter the 0. Tab, arrow down once for AM. Tab, she stops working at 10. Tab, 0. Tab, 1. Oh, I just went to PM. AM, tab 1, 2, 3 for both. Tab takes me to the next day. Can you guys see that I'm not even looking? I'm just remembering what I typed in, and it's kind of brainless after a while, because you've got, not because you don't need to think to do this, but because you got the routine down so well that you don't have to think anymore. You just tab and enter. Tab 1, 2, 3 for both. Tab next day, 4 hours. Tab, tab, the zero's already there. 6, tab 0. Tab AM, tab 10, tab 0, tab AM, tab 1, 2, 3 both, tab. And I know I make this sound and look easy, you guys. It really isn't, okay? So don't feel like it isn't. It took me a while. I said, I'm going to be entering these timesheets. I need to have my nails short. I need to figure out where my fingers go, when I'm doing this. I don't use this little pencil all the time. Again, 4, tab, tab, 6, tab, 0, tab, arrow down, tab, 10, tab, 0, tab, AM down again, tab, 1, 2, 3, tab. You see what I'm saying, you guys? You don't have to think anymore if you have this routine down. But then again, I also do 2 to 3 to 400 timesheets every month, so I've done it quite a while. 1, 2, 3, both. Is there any question? No, there. That's it. We just finished. Now we're going to save, and the hours change over there. Previously, hours claimed was 9 hours and 45 minutes. 9 hours and 45 minutes plus this work week only has 24 hours. 9 plus 24 is 33:45. That's the minutes. We can save it. And now, let me go slowly. I am going to go ahead and go to the 16th. This is now, make this smaller. This is now the 16th. And we already know that there's 4 hours there. Tab, tab, start at 6 o'clock in the morning. Tab, 0, tab, arrow down, tab, 10, tab, 0, tab, arrow down, AM, arrow down, 1, 2, 3, save. And now we have 33 hours. Did it save it? Now it changes from previously claimed hours of 9:45, to 33:45. 28 plus 9 is 37 plus the 45 minutes. And we can continue to enter. I don't know what that was. Let's go back. You can continue to enter the timesheet for the remainder of the month, okay? Because now I'm working on the 16th to the 16th to the oh my god, 30th. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really tired. I had a long night. AM, tab, 10, tab, 0, tab, arrow, tab, arrow. 3 times, tab. So let me finish entering this, okay? Because what I want to do, there we go, 4. What I want to do, 0, is I want to go to the third one. Both 4, 6, 0, AM, 0, 3, 4, 6, 0, AM. And I know it sounds like I said, don't be discouraged. I know how hard this is, okay, you guys? It is all math. It is now. I used to do timesheets for my son when I would get paid oops, that's a 6. When I would get paid for childcare. If you guys have filled out the timesheets for childcare, this is almost the same thing. I need to select both on here, go here, select both. Oh, here, I'll do this. I'm going to leave that blank and I'm going to show you guys something right now. Watch. Because if you also leave any fields blank, AM 10 0, let's select, that was AM. We already did both. Okay, I want you guys to see this because sometimes we make mistakes. Do you guys see here where on select, I didn't press anything? I didn't select community or I didn't select home. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save it. I've entered everything. You see the 945 right there from the previous client? Look, see what it says? Location cannot be blank. That's what it tells you. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Can you see that? Location cannot be blank. So I have to select. I suggest you guys select both because that leaves you open. Now I'm going to save it and you're going to see the hours change. See how it says previously claimed hours? I want you guys to focus here. It says previously claimed hours down here. Okay. I've already corrected that red mistake. And now I'm going to save it and it's going to drastically change. You see how it changes to 37? Previously claimed hours was 9 hours and 45 minutes from recipient A. Plus 28 is the 37. And that's how you know you're on the right track. So let me, God, I love touchscreen. Let me finish entering this one. Again, the last week is a full work week. Oops. Start time I put 0. What was that? 6 in the morning, right, you guys? I wish you guys could talk back to me. That's 10, 0. Let's do both. Sometimes it's easier to just do this and go down the screen with my little pad thing for time's sake. Both. This is AM, AM, AM. And you remember how I was telling you guys that I got lazy and all I did was put 10 AM and then a line? That's because I know that it's all going to be 10 AM. But in the system, I have to enter every single one of them. Or you guys saw the mistakes you're going to get. This is how I did it last time. I got 2 pens because it's all repetitive. Then we got 6. And 0. I'm glad I ate. I ate a little bit today. Then we got AM, 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 AM. I try to multitask. You know what I mean? We got 10. I bought these little pens for the screen at Walmart. They were, I think they were like $5, you guys, and I got a bunch of them. But I'm a nerd when it comes to supplies. I just came up across. So now I've entered everything already. I come across supplies and I just buy them. I entered everything already. Now I'm going to go ahead. I want you guys to focus again. Everything's already in there. You see the 945, work week total so far from the previous client. I'm going to save that. It's going to turn to 37. And I can submit the timesheet. I really don't want to do that because this period is from the 16th to the 30th. So now this, I'm actually going to, I've already told you guys, you need, let's see, this is E. We're going to do P now. Okay. Recipient P. This is E. This is E. Because I want you guys to see how it changes. This is previous timesheet. And I'll be very brief, okay? Because it's been a while now. So it's 15 hours. Okay. This recipient is transitioning from regular timesheets to now EBV. Okay. The 15 hours that she worked from the 27th to the 31st are the claimed hours that are going to roll over to the first and the second. Okay. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Remember I told you could start at 10? She stopped working for that recipient at 10. She started working for a recipient at 6 in the morning and she stopped working for that recipient at 10. She can start working for the next recipient at 10 in the morning and she's only going to work 3 hours and she can work 1 hour. Now it changes to PM. It's still both. All the way down, it's still both. All the way down. But look at here. Her start time for that one day that she only worked 35 minutes. She started at 6 o'clock in the morning and she ended at 6:35. She can start at 6:35 and she's only going to work 4 minutes. Oh, there's a mistake here. I have a 7. You guys saw that mistake? So this is where I'm going to enter 4 minutes. She started working at 6:35 a.m. in the morning. She stopped working at 6:39 a.m. And I'm actually going to change this where it says both. I'm going to put home because, hello, it's only 4 minutes. Okay? But what I want you guys to see, there was my highlighter. Oh, excuse me. What I want you guys to see is I want you guys to see that you can enter it at the time that you ended. And you have to follow the times because now it's from 3 hours from 10. It's 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Her end time is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to, I've already saved this timesheet entry. And I'm going to go to the last one. And I know that the last one is also EBV because I checked it earlier. And this one, now she has, and let me get closer. Get a little closer. You guys, I want to sleep like a baby tonight. Because I'm so tired. See how it still says 8? Because once again, it has not been submitted. Okay, once it's submitted, it's going to change. On Friday, November 1st, she worked for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We're going to tab. She started working at 6. Tab. 35. Tab. And that was down AM. Tab. And she stopped working at 6. Tab. 39. Now, AM in the morning. Tab. 1, 2, 3. But we're going to do home. Remember I said home? And let's save. And it changes. Now, Sandra, can you really do that? Didn't I tell you guys that there's 672 hours in a month? And the only ones that tell me what to do are my cars? Yeah, you can. You can do whatever you want with your time. Okay? You can decide who you give your time to. That's why when I go out, I charge for my time. I'm so terrible. All right, you guys, let's enter this guy. Because this is a new one, remember? She worked 3 hours for that person. Tab. She started at 10 o'clock in the morning. AM. She stopped working at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So now it's arrowed down twice. And she worked in both locations. Tab takes me to the next day. 3 hours. Started at 10. Tab 0. Tab 1 for AM. Tab 1 PM. Tab 0. Tab 2 for PM. Tab 1, 2, 3 for the arrow of going down for both. 3 hours for this particular client. She gets to work 22 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. Tab 0. She starts at 10 in the morning. She ends working at 1 in the afternoon. Oh, see. AM. 1 in the afternoon. 0. It's so super repetitive. What I suggest you guys do is you can get on there. You can fill them out. You just saw me fill them out for the entire month. We're going to do both. 3. Tab. Tab. We start at 10 in the morning. Tab. 0 was, at least I don't have a headache, right, you guys? I should have a headache in the morning. 1. Tab. 0. Tab. Tell me if you guys can see this. 1 for 2 for PM. Tab 1, 2, 3 for both. Here's the third. What is this? Thursday? Thursday, I need to keep in mind because on Saturday she works 4 hours and 45 minutes. And her time totally changes. One, 2, 3. 3 hours. So that's Friday. She starts at 10 in the morning. I'm trying to think of any other signs that I've seen as far as mistakes. But I can't think of any other ones that I've seen. 1 in the afternoon she ends working. Tab. Oops, sorry. That was my hand touching something. Both. Select PM. And we're going to tab. Now on Saturday, she works 4 hours and 45 minutes. She still starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Morning. But now she has to count. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 45 would be the time that she would end working. Oops, I put 24. 45. You know what? Let's do 24. Okay, let's see what happens. You're going to see that red arrow. And let's save it. That error message. Hours worked cannot be greater than time at location. So we have to change this guy to 45 and it'll save it. And this is what I wanted you guys to see. Darn. Let me go back. Ah, Jesus. Sorry. Do you notice here, you guys? Previously claim was 37 hours. 37 plus 22. 37 plus 2 is 39. 39 plus 20 is 59. And we had 45 minutes and 45 minutes is an hour and a half. 59 plus an hour and a half is 60 hours and 30 minutes. Now do you see where it all adds up? Do you guys see how the system adds up your hours? And didn't I tell you guys earlier also when I was adding for the overtime? I have to make sure she has 4 full work weeks, you guys, of overtime. She has 242 hours and 50 minutes minus 160 hours of regular time. That leaves her 82 hours of overtime, okay? If we have, this is what 4 work weeks are going to look like at 60 hours and 30 minutes. 60 times 4 is... No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. 40 hours of that 60 hours is regular time. So 20 hours and 30 minutes is overtime. 20 times 4 is 80. 20 times 4 is 80. No, I'm good. I'm good. 20 times 4 is 80. 4 times 30 minutes is 2 hours. That's 82 hours. No, I'm not. I have to find out exactly how much she has on her notice of action, because that leaves me 50 minutes. Let me go up. I want to show you guys. This is just how my brain works, you guys. This is work week 1. This is work week 1, okay? Of November 1st and 2nd. In 4 full work weeks, she has 82 hours. She only has a remainder of 50 minutes of overtime. 41 and 24 minutes. That's going to give her a violation, because she should only have 40 hours of regular time. I could only have 50 minutes there of overtime. So I have to fix this. I can't turn this in like that. And that's what I need, the notice of action. And that's one of the calculations I also do. On top of the, how many hours per week do you have to work? How many hours, what's the 70% of the timesheets? So you don't go over the 70%. And the overtime. So this timesheet, we've already done work week 1. We did work week 2. Work week 3 would be the same thing again. 3 hours every day, tab. She starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, tab. 0, tab. Arrow down. Oops. I'm sorry, my hand touches the little keypad down here. Tab. She stops working at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tab. 1, 2 for PM. Tab. 1, 2, 3 for both. Tab. Next one. And that's just the 1st to the 15th. But you guys have enough? I don't want to enter this. I am not going to save this, but I'm going to log her out. And close the computer down. Let's see if I can get this thing off. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I need some kind of a headstand. I was going to say headstand. I did say headstand. I've been sitting here for, as soon as I walked upstairs, I got my office in order. But I wanted to take the time. I need you guys to understand that when I do these videos, you guys, I'm trying to make them as easy as possible for you. I'm really trying to make them as easy as possible for you guys. It's not easy. It's not easy trying to get prepared. I was listening to Pandora. Got my phone on, love you, huh? They're so nice. Phone calls. I have it on Do Not Disturb. So ask me some questions, you guys. I don't know how much battery this thing has. Wow, that's so much to learn. I haven't started electronic time cards yet, but I know I have to. It is, Wendy. It is. It is a lot of work. The main components, you guys. The main component. I know I'm old. Get your previous timesheet from your previous month. Go to the 99-cent store and buy a calendar. Okay? Do it like this. Map out your entire month, I've told you. And text me and I will send you the better, new, improved of this. I just got to get rid of these guys because paper's expensive too. Everything's expensive. Oh. So, ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's a lot. Oh, look at my son got me this for Halloween. I think it's very, very appropriate. I should wear this when I go somewhere, and then I think it. Does it? There you go. Courtesy of somebody losing it at Knott's Berry Farm. I said, hey, I'll wear that. So tired. I'm not that bad, okay? Not that bad. I think I like my balls better. That makes me look terrible. That makes me look evil. Next time I go do something to somebody, I'll go. I actually got to run. Chuck is sick. He's got a cold. So I got him some medicine. But, he's sleeping. He ate. I said chicken soup, Chuck. So ask me some questions. Let me know what you guys think. Can you please put a rough draft of letter to cancel membership in a comment of your membership cancellation video? That would help a lot. You know where? I think I can put a, I still haven't figured out how to do the tabs. On the YouTube, I haven't had a chance. I should have done this video last month, right? When I told you guys I was going to do it, but I didn't want to do it during rush hour for the timesheets. So I didn't. I will. Okay, I will. I will. But you know what, sweetheart? Look at my video where I said canceling membership. It's very plain. You don't have to. They want it in your writing. They don't want a printed letter. Just write it in your writing. My name is blah, blah, blah. I am no longer interested in being part of the union, but you got to find out what your union, what your anniversary date was for that you signed up, because you only have 15 days between that, before your anniversary date, to cancel your membership. And like I said, send in your, you know, they complain about me, charging people to do their timesheets. You guys just saw they spent 2 hours. You guys just saw how hard it is. Okay. This young lady told me about an application called Cash Up because she wanted to pay me to talk to me. I said, no, sweetie, I'll talk to you. I'm just sitting here doing my eyebrows. I didn't have time today. I don't mind talking to you. I'm not going to charge you to talk to you. I'm not going to charge you to tell you what to do. But once I start writing numbers down, then I'll charge you. But the funny thing is that there's people in the union, in the union, that are charging like I am. They're not as good as I am. They like to be. I don't think I've come across anybody that's as good as I am or sees things the way I see them. There's only one young lady that's out in Sacramento that blew me away. I was super, super ecstatic with her. But even then, she already made a few mistakes. These people are charging you to do a job with no background, and they're union members, union staff, okay? Because I know the union's watching these videos. You should really put them on a leash because it's against the law for them to charge. March? Okay, good. Then we have some time, Rubina, and I'll help you. It'll be really easy. It won't be that hard. But they're charging, and they're staff, and they're not supposed to, and it's their job to teach you how to do it. But they make you feel so little. And on top of that, they get paid. We pay them. Well, not me anymore because I'm not a union member, and I better not be. Union members pay the staff, okay, with the membership dues, and then they still have the audacity to charge you more money on top of the 3% every month that they take from you. So all I'm asking you guys to do is make sure you know who's doing what your stuff, because you're the one that's going to end up with the violation. I have a young lady that 4 months ago called me, and she had 2 violations, and she just called me about 2 weeks ago when I got the printer. She just got suspended for a whole year. A whole year. She takes care of very important people. And I said to her, you should have called me. I called you back. So share this video, you guys. Share my link. Give my number out. Text me. I'll send you my business card. I am going to go find a place. I know I'm going to go crazy, right? I'm going to go find a place that does signs, and I'm going to put a big old sign on the back of my van. I'm going to do it on my van. I'm not going to do it on my old cars. I should put my face on the back of my old cars. I'm gonna do that because the need is more. And here's one thing I wanted to point out to you guys, okay? I talked to a very important lady. Amazing. She made me reach a breaking point. Well, this particular lady, elderly, made a big impact in my life, okay? Why? Because I talked to her last week for about 2 hours on the phone. I just laid there in bed and I don't even watch TV. She made a very, very good point. This computer stuff is extremely difficult. How do we expect, every time I have a phone, I can show you guys about 20 phones that I have. The programs change constantly changing. How do we expect? Yeah, that's probably, they charge you $45 a month, Rubina, because you probably have a lot more. Let's see here. 50 times 0.03 equals, no, 50 times 12.80 equals 640. 640 times 0.03 equals, that's $19.50. So let's do 100 hours. 100 hours times, well, that's 1280. Duh. 1280 times 0.03 equals $38. $38. Let's do 120 hours. 120 hours times 1280 equals 1536. 1536 times 0.03. Yeah. If you make, let's do 119 hours. 119, just to be exact, times 1280. 1523. 1523 times 0.03. Yeah. Anyone that makes more than 118 hours a month, 118 hours a month at $12.80 is going to pay $45 for union dues. $118 hours a month. The minimum that they can charge you is $15.50. 30 hours times 1280 equals 384. 384 times 0.03. That's 30 hours. Let's do 40 hours times 12.80 equals 512. 512 times 0.03 equals, yeah, 30 hours. Anyone that works 30 hours or less a month is going to pay $15. So anywhere between that range of 30 hours and 118 hours, you're going to be paying. But if you make 118 hours a month, they're going to take $45 out of your check. 118 hours times 1280 is 1,500. So out of 1,500, they take $45 out for what? What are they doing? And they hate me and they don't like me because I'm teaching you guys and I'm showing you guys. And when I go out to see you, I do charge you a certain amount of money, but I also do your timesheets, teach you how to do your timesheets for that month. And I give you an option. So that's what they take. But what I was saying is this particular lady can't see, has 40% of her eyesight, can't hear, and her home care provider is trying to learn this and he's not getting it. So they're calling me and I'm like, that's not a problem, sweetheart, I'll do it. Then she's got supplemental timesheets. This woman did a lot for us. She did a lot for us. That's why I don't mind doing stuff for Chuck, even though words, except he's okay, you know. But they work for us. They're the reason why we have our freedom. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Majority of our veterans are on the street because they have mental issues. If I am traumatized from domestic violence, can you imagine how those people feel from the wars? You know, I'll probably get them a little cake or something. But be careful. You know, there's our elderly people, they're not going to learn how to do this at all. So you have to help them build that relationship. John thought I forgot him. I didn't forget you, man. I just wanted to see who would crack. And they're still cracking. I'm okay. I'm still here. I'll still bring him home. I'll still take care of him. But God bless you guys. Thank you so much for staying on so long. Sorry for being repetitive. As you can tell, it's just doing the same thing over and over again. Please, please, please. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. I know it sounds very trite. Very, very important. And these are your copies. This is what you do. This is how you make your money. If you guys have any questions, if you guys need any timesheets, tell me. I'll text it to you. If you want me to save your number, I'll save your number. You welcome, Wendy. I know you guys are grateful. I don't know what else to do. I am gonna collect unemployment though. Hey. Let me go make some runs. And let me know. Let me know. Let me know what I can do for you guys. Sorry for taking up your time and with my... I'm not going to say anything else about my cigarettes no more. It is what it is. Look, even I make mistakes. Oops. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This one's for big mistakes. Okay. I make mistakes too, you guys. I keep that on my desk, okay? Because I want to see it. Because I want to remember that I'm not perfect. And I make mistakes and I might need them. My cigarette thing is empty. But let me check on Chuck. Let me see how he's doing. And I'm going to find a stand. Something that I can get close up. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. You're welcome, Robina. Tell Maria I said hello again. And if you guys need help, with your timesheets, do not wait until the day before, okay? Because it is going to be horrible. I'm already starting based on these. Tomorrow I'm going to finish them. Don't start on the day before because it's not me that's slow. It's the system that's slow. So I have to get a jump start on it. So God bless you guys. Keep going. And thank you so much for everything. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? God bless you. Bye.